What is going on? Gunners Alive coming at you with another video, and this video is going to 100% be about Tucker. So it is currently July 26th 2020. It is a Sunday, and tomorrow the 27th Tucker is going to have surgery to amputate and remove his right rear leg. So this is going to be a serious video. It's explaining what has come to fruition the past few months and why Tucker is going to have his right rear leg amputated. So back in April, my mom noticed a small bump on his right rear leg, and when we took him to the vet, they said, hey, this bump is not supposed to be there. We'll do a quick surgery, go in, remove it, and be done. So we set the appointment, set the surgery date, we dropped him off, and once the vet shaved his leg before doing an incision to go in and remove it, they noticed some discoloration of the skin. And they also did some feeling around and realized, hey, we're not going to be able to remove this lump. It's going to be too invasive, meaning it was attached to the muscle and part of his leg in such a way that removing it would cause functionality issues with his leg. So they said, hey, we're not going to be able to remove this lump. At that point, they presented us with a few options for Tucker and his leg. Option number one is give him some medication. Hopefully the medication controls the growth and maybe even stops it. Over time, we would keep an eye on him, and if for some reason the medication didn't work, then the growth would continue to get bigger and bigger, and the vet mentioned either it'll stop growing at its natural state, it'll continue growing until it ruptures, and as it continues growing, you may notice some other parts of his body start to get affected, like organs, I think they mentioned liver, kidney, just other organs that help his overall body function. What else they mentioned is that at that time, in April, we could amputate and remove the leg, and that would just completely remove the growth, but the leg would be gone too, and then Tucker would only have 3 legs. So after discussing the options and talking about it as a family, we decided, hey, we'll give him a little medication, we'll keep an eye on the bump, lump, and see what happens. So a lot of people don't know this about me. I don't know if I've mentioned it before on the vlog channel, but even in real life outside of YouTube, I actually have 2 tumors on the top portion of my left knee. I've known about them since I was 14, did some tests, did some scans, and they're not cancerous or anything, so we didn't ever feel the need to remove them. They're not growing, they're just there. So our thought process was kind of like, hey, maybe this will be the same sort of thing with Tucker. He'll have a growth on his leg, and then it'll just be complete. It won't hinder his ability to move at all. It won't mess with the functionality of his leg. He'll be able to continue living his normal life, doing his normal activities with all 4 legs. And at the time, in April, Tucker was still acting normal. He was doing his daily routine, eating, playing, sleeping. It's like he didn't even know there was a bump there. So, moving forward after April, we kept an eye on his leg, and the medication didn't really do anything. The lump continued to grow and grow and grow. So middle of this month, July, it got to the point where the lump was causing some blood to leak through the skin and some pus to leak through the skin, because as the lump gets larger, it obviously creates more strain, more pressure up against the skin, and when that blood that's surrounding the lump has nowhere to go, the only place for it to go outside of the body is through the skin, if that makes sense. So the lump was pressing up against his skin, causing it to ooze and be bloody and pussy. So at that point, we went back to the vet, said, hey, the lumps continue to grow, you know, what are the options moving forward? You know, is amputation an option? Is more medication an option? Is there a way to figure out what exactly the lump is? So after talking with a few different doctors, it's always good to get multiple opinions. You know, obviously amputation is an option. And then the possibility of going in there with a small procedure to remove part of the lump and send it out to the lab for testing and figure out what exactly it is another option. With that option, we didn't have a whole lot of next steps after figuring out what it is. You know, maybe some medication, maybe go in there and remove part of it as much as you can. Even though it's too invasive to remove the whole thing, possibly remove part of it. So anyways, after talking with the doctor about the options, we've come to the conclusion that it would be best for Tucker if his leg is amputated. You know, it's Sunday now, tomorrow's Monday, he's getting it removed. This last Friday, we took him one last time to the vet. They did x-ray of his chest area, make sure he doesn't have like cancer or anything in his lungs or any other part of his body that we can find. And blood work is good. X-rays, or I think it was X-ray, CAT scan, MRI, whatever they did, those were clear. So at this point, the only way to deal with the lump on Tucker's leg that we have is to amputate his leg. And the thought behind that decision would be, he's still 8.5, he's still young, you know, middle-aged, young, he's still athletic, he's a good weight, he'd be able to continue living for years and years and years to come, hopefully on 3 legs. And we trust ourselves as a family to go ahead and take care of him as best as possible throughout his rehab. You know, keep him quiet after the surgery, then help him learn to walk with only 3 legs. You know, don't push him too much to do this or that. Like, he's just gonna, when he was a pup, you know, super active, and to this day he's still pretty active, but over time, you know, dogs sort of mellow a little bit. And Tucker's at, you know, he's a family dog, he's a casual dog, he has fun with the family, he spends time with us. Sometimes he chases the ball, sometimes we go get double cheeseburgers, sometimes we go for walks. Tucker's, you know, he's a family dog. So moving forward, as I mentioned, we're going to be working with Tucker to rehab him once he gets his leg amputated. And we're going to be I'm going to be kind of recording this and uploading to YouTube, like, hey, this is Tucker, this is his life, this is what we're doing to help him continue to live and have fun. You know, we're gonna kind of document the process, because as a family, we've never had a 3-legged dog. As a family, we've never dealt with any type of amputations, whether it be a person or a dog or anything like that. So we're gonna be learning as well and doing our best to take care of Tucker. And removing his leg is, at this point, you know, kind of like the end, last, final option we have, because the lump itself isn't going away. So now, in order to, you know, get rid of it, the leg is going to be amputated as well. So that's sort of a background information talk about how we arrived to this point. We noticed a lump, we checked out through multiple vets what we could do to remove it, found out that wasn't an option, tried some medication, didn't work. The rest of his body is clear of any problems that we see or that we know of. So it's now time to remove Tucker's leg. So for the rest of this video, we're gonna take Tucker to get a double cheeseburger in a little while. He enjoys some McDonald's plain double cheeseburgers, you know, sort of enjoy his last day with 4 legs, because then he's gonna be quiet for the next days, weeks, you know, rehabbing, learning how to walk with 3 legs. May take a couple months, may take a couple weeks, so we don't know, but we'll figure it out and document some of it here on the channel. So double cheeseburger coming up later on this video, and then I'll show some video of the lump itself, and it's big, it's oozing blood, it's, you know, not supposed to be there. That's the main way to describe the lump. The lump isn't supposed to be there, and when you look at it, you can tell it's not supposed to be there. So last thing before we go to some more video of Tucker, we did research online, because initially we didn't want to do amputation. Like, okay, the dog's gonna have, Tucker's gonna have 3 legs, you know, is that really the type of life we want for him? you know, we try to get rid of this as best as possible. And now, after doing some research and seeing, you know, hey, dogs recover pretty well from an amputation of a leg. You know, we found some sources online, talked to some different vets, and we've kind of just come to that conclusion, like, hey, we gotta do what's best for Tucker. This bump's not going down. 3 legs is what it's gonna be. And we're gonna be a part of that journey with him because we're a family. So that's that. I just ran through everything one time. Well, it wasn't one take, but I just wanted to get it all out there best I can and kind of let y'all know what's up. If you have any questions, leave a comment on this video. I recorded this a couple, like 2 or 3 times before this, and I was like, I'm just gonna sit down, just gonna say everything at once. And I feel like this long clip now, what is it, about 10 minutes, maybe a little longer? It's kind of it. So let's get to some video of Tucker so y'all can see him. Are you happy, Tucker? Where are we going? Do you have a key or you need one?
I got one.
We're going on an adventure, Tucker. Let's go. Let's get in the car. Come on. Let's get in the car. Come on. Open up. Go. 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 You can close the door. I got his tail. Yep. Hola, Pops. Would not be cool to smash it, man.
That'd be good to smash Tucker's tail. Alright, here we go. The McDonalds.
Where are we going, Mom?
We're going to get Tucker's double cheeseburger.
Yum.
And a few fries.
Oh, 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 oh. No licking. No licking. You're good.
Alright, what size do you want your Big Mac meal?
I would like a large #1 with Dr. Pepper and a 10-piece chicken nugget with barbecue sauce. And Tucker would like a plain double cheeseburger, and he can share some of our fries.
Yeah, no sir.
What are you gonna have?
I'm going to have, I don't know if I want a double cheeseburger. Oh, thank you.
He said, hey.
Or a spicy chicken sandwich.
What are you gonna have, Pops?
Triple Big Mac sauce.
Boom. Come on, Tucker. Let's go inside, brother. Thank you for driving.
Hey, no worries.
Let me get a fry for him.
Fry.
There you go, Tuck. Ow. Chomped on that. He already finished it. Super quick.
Okay, where's that triple cheeseburger?
Double cheeseburger.
We should give you the triple one.
All right, Tucker Bear, enjoy your
Make sure they
double
got it correct.
cheeseburger.
Make sure they didn't put anything
So
on
we
there.
get a plain double cheeseburger. Y'all seen on the video. Meat, cheese, bun. No onions, because onions are bad for dogs, and then we don't do mustard ketchup either. And then no pickles. He said, I like it when you peel it and then hand me a piece to eat.
There you go.
Yum.
We saved the center for the last bite.
Yeah, the center's the cheesiest, usually.
Are you even chewing it?
He said, I'm kind of biting it, chewing it, and then swallowing it. He said, wait, let me get fry in between real quick. All right.
He didn't take his eyes
Alright,
off the
there you go.
cheeseburger though.
I wonder what his favorite part is. Probably the cheesiness. Maybe the meat.
Combo, everything together.
Ready for the grand finale bite?
Last bite, Tucker.
Yum.
Happy
yum,
guy.
yum. Let's see what's happening in the world.
He said what's happening is it rained and it's wet. Some movement. No. Tucker likes his hiney scratches. Just like Dodger. Dodger liked his hiney scratches too.
Dodger wanted his hiney scratch.
Happy tail. Catch, Tucker. Ooh, good catch. Oof. Oof, you went through her legs? Oof. Through her legs, huh?
It's all good. Now I'm gonna do a Tucker one. Tucker one.
Happy tail. Now he's going back to you. Now he's coming back to me. You going back and forth? Silly guy. Now he's going back to you. Need to unload the car, Tucker. So what all did you get for him?
I got a fancy new harness.
Maya has the orange harness like
Yeah.
that. So this harness has a handle so we can hold him up
To help support him.
as he rehabs back into walking, but with only 3 legs.
That is that I need to clean up.
Tucker, what are you smelling that bag, huh? You got your tennis ball in the car? And that's instead of a cone, you'll just put that around his neck?
Yep.
So we done the lick.
If he needs it. He might not need it.
Hopefully he doesn't need it. Oh yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wait,
hey, whoa,
no.
back up. Back up, Tucker. Hey, come here.
Here, let's get your ball. Come here. Here. Here's your ball. Get back.
Thank you.
There you go.
Come on, Tuck. Let's go. We just brought Tucker in from outside, walking around. His lump is discharging a little bit of blood and a little bit of pus now, so we're gonna clean it. So you have a few wet paper towels and a few dry ones.
Right.
So we do our best to clean it and dry off the blood so that it doesn't leak anymore. But the reason it leaks is because he's moving around a little bit and there's a lot of pressure built up underneath the skin from the lump. So you're not pressing hard or anything, you're just holding it on there and let the paper towel do the absorption.
Yeah.
And it's designed for.
Damp, so if there's any dried blood, it can help that release.
So the cream goes on so that it doesn't,
Keeps it moist so it doesn't dry and crack open.
yeah, the skin doesn't get too dry and crack open, so the cream keeps the area moist because the skin's already thinner in that area from stretching because the lump's growing and the skin has to all cover it up. And this is just like an anti-burn cream, right?
Yeah, it's just...
It's not like special, it's just anti-burn cream.
Else. Yeah.
So it keeps it moist and does its best to prevent irritation. Out here at the park, taking Tucker for a walk, Mom, Dad, and me. As you can see though, while Tucker's walking, he doesn't seem to have any issue pain-wise or functionality-wise, yes, I'm talking about you, with his leg. So he has the big lump bump on it. It's sizable as you see him walk away, but as he's out here for a walk, he's basically having no issue walking, living his normal life whatsoever. The only problem is that the blood is starting to ooze out of the skin and it's getting worse. We don't want it to get to the point where it's uncontrollable because blood loss would lead to death. Where did you pick up this new harness at, Mom?
PetSmart. It's like Maya's.
So with Tucker's new harness, now has a handle on top. So the thought is, as we rehab him and teach him how to walk again and he practices, we'll be able to support him. That way he doesn't stumble walking on 3 legs all by himself, because I'm assuming psychologically he's still gonna at first think he has 4 legs and he's gonna try to walk that way. So as he learns to function with only 3 legs, we'll be able to support him by lifting up on the harness.
And then helping get him up too. That's going to be a challenge.
Helping him get up off the ground. Probably won't have him on the couch a whole lot at the beginning, but get up and down so he can use the restroom, get in and out of the car if he has to go to the vet, visit again. And then we'll also have a towel underneath his belly sometimes to help support him that way as well. Once Tucker's surgery's done and he's rehabbing, I'll be recording some more videos, you know, how do we lift him up properly? How do we get him outside so he can use the restroom? How is he learning to walk on 3 legs? Is he still eating the same way? Does he stand in a different posture in order to support himself? You know, does he need our help for weeks and weeks or only a couple of days? So pretty much we're trying to be as prepared as possible as responsible pet owners so that we can help Tucker through his rehab as best as possible as he learns to use only 3 legs, because he'll only have 3 legs. But yeah, this is the final walk out at the park with Tucker having 4 legs. He's walking fine, but at this point the growth, it needs to be removed, and the final resort slash option we're at is amputating and removing his leg. So my mom just said there's a little different movement in his leg. There is, but it's not in like a pain related movement or like a loss of feeling movement. It's more of a, there's something in the way of me walking, right? The joint, you know, that's the part I was talking about earlier in the video when I mentioned that removing the growth would be too invasive of the muscle on the leg. Back home from the walk, we're gonna show y'all just Tucker's leg, the bump and everything up close real quick before we wrap up the video. So I want to roll him to the side or what?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Alright.
So, let me just show. So it started with a bump right here in this area about the size of my thumb. And at first, we thought it was just a swollen lymph node.
Yep.
And then it continued to grow. So we took him to the vet to have it removed. But it was attached to the muscle, so he couldn't remove it at that time. And so we went ahead.
I explained most of this already.
Yeah, here, come pet him. Okay. So anyway, over time, it's grown. You can't see now because his hair's growing back, but it's got a big mass here in the back, and then, just a second, and then on the inside, it's got a mass and it's starting to bleed, and the bloodline is coming down here. So it's traveling all the way down. So it has 3 masses.
He wants to go bark real quick.
Look for him. He's gonna bleed after.
Yeah, it'll ooze a little bit of blood after he does this, and then we'll clean it up. But hey, he has fun doing that. So.
He has fun doing it. So it has 3 masses, and they're bleeding, and they won't stop bleeding.
Yep.
They'll just keep bleeding over time, and eventually the skin dies and the area dies.
And that much blood in one area is not good either.
Yeah.
It'll get
and
clumped
at some
up
point,
and whatnot.
Because it's a hard decision to make because he has use of his leg, but over time, he won't.
We've seen it get worse the past few months as we've given it time.
Since April 23rd.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, that's pretty much
Do our
gonna
best for him. Lots of
wrap
three-legged
up.
dogs out there.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna wrap up this video, and then we'll keep track of his progress over time. So
Everybody send good wishes to
yep,
Tucker.
send good wishes to Tucker. Leave a comment, say good luck, Tucker.
They've been watching him.
Hey, Tucker. You
happy?
And drop a like, drop a sub, and we'll have him do a surgery tomorrow.
Give him a thumbs up.
Yep.